Pay attention, 3 cheeses that you should avoid at all costs, and 3 that you should eat every day after the age of 60. More than 70% of adults over 60 still consume dairy products daily. But most seniors make the same mistake when choosing their cheeses, and this seemingly harmless habit can accelerate memory loss and weaken bones without warning. There is a simple, delicious, and scientifically proven path that can protect your heart, your brain, and your joints with a single swap in your refrigerator. The cheese shelf at the supermarket seems harmless, but it hides traps that specifically target those who are over 60. In this video, you will discover which 3 cheeses are sabotaging your health and which 3 act as natural remedies on your plate. One of them can double the risk of a silent stroke. Another can reduce bone density in a matter of weeks. And this is not an opinion or an internet rumor. It is clinical data reviewed by experts in geriatric nutrition. Comment here. What is your favorite cheese today? Let's see if it is on the good list or the bad one. So prepare your shopping list, because now begins the countdown of the 3 dangerous cheeses and the 3 that will protect your life. And do not forget, subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell right now so you do not miss important videos like this one. Leave your like now to help us bring more transformative content for those over 60. We begin with the story of Mrs. Mary, 72 years old, who loved being with her grandchildren, cooking and laughing with her friends. But suddenly, she began to feel joint pain and difficulty remembering simple names. Mary thought it was just a part of aging, until the day her doctor commented, "You have been consuming a lot of yellow cheese, and this could be harming your arteries and your bones." That sentence struck her like a silent realization. Could something as harmless as cheese be undermining her health? While she harbored doubts, many other people over 60 face similar symptoms, without knowing that everyday choices, like the type of cheese on the table, can define the difference between enriching their years with quality or facing an accelerated decline. Next, we will embark on a journey that uncovers 3 devastating cheeses and 3 super allies after the age of 60. But before revealing the first name on the blacklist, tell me in the comments, what is your favorite cheese today? Wait to see if it appears on the list that might surprise you. Industrialized Gorgonzola cheese, the salt camouflaged in creaminess, visually beautiful with blue veins that give it a rustic charm. But behind the intense flavor and creamy texture, Industrialized Gorgonzola hides a danger, a very high content of sodium and saturated fats. For someone who is over 60, this can be a ticking time bomb for the heart. Just a 30-gram serving, a small cube, can contain more than 450 milligrams of sodium, almost a third of the daily recommendation for a senior. And it does not stop there. It also contains about 7 grams of saturated fat, the type of fat that clogs arteries and raises LDL cholesterol, the bad kind. Studies from the American Heart Association show that this type of cheese can contribute to an increase in blood pressure by up to 15%, especially in people with a predisposition to hypertension. High blood pressure, as we know, is one of the main risk factors for silent strokes, which give no warning before causing irreversible brain damage. Mrs. Mary loved to use gorgonzola to make that white sauce pasta on the weekend, but as soon as she started consuming it twice a week, she felt her blood pressure rise without explanation. A coincidence? Next, I will show you what happened to her after 1 week without this cheese. Industrial aged cheddar, the memory saboteur. Industrialized cheddar, that vibrant orange-yellow one that melts in sandwiches and catches the eye in commercials, is a familiar sight on store shelves. But the color and flavor come with a high cost for those over 60. This type of cheddar undergoes prolonged aging, a process that concentrates substances known as biogenic amines, such as tyramine. And the problem? In more sensitive organisms, like those of seniors, these substances can interfere with cerebral circulation, increasing the risk of hypertensive crises, and even migraines with aura. Furthermore, it is rich in trans fatty acids and synthetic additives that cause chronic inflammation and affect the gut microbiota. And yes, there is a direct connection between gut health and cognitive performance. A study published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease showed that seniors who consumed cheddar 3 or more times a week had a 25% greater chance of showing early cognitive loss. Mrs. Maria, like many people, used a slice of cheddar on her bread every afternoon. Over time, she began to forget names, to confuse dates. She thought it was a natural part of aging, but her doctor soon suspected the excess fat and additives. What was the first word she forgot? You will be surprised. Industrial Praau cheese, the all-purpose cheese that corrodes your bones. Praau cheese is a Brazilian classic. It melts well, goes with everything, and is in almost every snack bar and bakery in the country. But the industrialized version, found in plastic wrapped or pre-cut slices, is one of the most problematic cheeses for those over 60. Why? It undergoes a double pasteurization process, loses some of its natural nutrients, and gains emulsifiers, colorings, and stabilizers. Additionally, it is high in sodium and low in bioavailable calcium, which means it tricks the body. It has the flavor and texture of a healthy cheese, but offers little real nutritional support. Even more serious, its inflammatory composition can accelerate osteopenia processes, the weakening of bones, and cause chronic joint pain. A Brazilian study showed that seniors who consume processed cheeses more than 4 times a week have a 40% higher risk of developing non-infectious joint inflammation. Mrs. Mary felt this firsthand, or rather, in her knees. The cracking started when she climbed stairs. Then came the pain when walking long distances. She thought it was age catching up, but her orthopedist was clear. Your diet is inflaming your joints. But what happened when she swapped Praau cheese for a natural alternative? The answer is closer than you think. These 3 cheeses, Industrial Gorgonzola, aged cheddar, and processed Praau, are delicious, yes. But if you're over 60, their metabolic costs can be very high. Uncontrolled blood pressure, memory loss, more fragile bones, and silent pains. But all is not lost. In the next block, I will show you the 3 cheese allies for longevity. Real, accessible, tasty, and scientifically proven options to protect your memory, your joints, and your heart. Ready to find out what they are? Keep watching, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. This greatly helps more people to access this type of information that, yes, can transform lives. Now I will tell you about 3 cheeses that benefit your health after 60. The last one is my favorite, fresh ricotta. Why it is beneficial. Ricotta is made from milk whey, which makes it naturally lighter with a low fat content and low sodium content, especially in the unsalted versions. It is rich in high biological value proteins, calcium, and phosphorus, which are fundamental for maintaining muscle mass and bone health, 2 critical pillars for healthy aging. Average composition per 100 grams. Calories, approximately 140 kilocalories. Proteins, approximately 11 grams. Fats, approximately 10 grams with less than 5 grams saturated. Sodium, approximately 40 to 60 milligrams, unsalted version. Proven benefits. Helps to preserve bone density, promotes blood pressure control. Excellent for muscle repair in seniors with lean mass loss. Cottage cheese. Why it is beneficial. Cottage cheese is one of the cheeses with the lowest fat and sodium content among those sold in Brazil. It has high digestibility and a good concentration of casein, a protein that is absorbed slowly, making it ideal for preventing muscle loss in seniors. Average composition per 100 grams. Calories, approximately 90 kilocalories. Proteins, approximately 11 to 13 grams. Fats, approximately 4 or 5 grams. Sodium, approximately 350 milligrams. Proven benefits, aids in satiety, ideal for seniors who need to control their weight without losing lean mass. Rich in complete proteins and has a low glycemic index. Studies show that diets including cottage cheese contribute to balancing total cholesterol when compared to yellow cheeses. Goat cheese, natural, fresh, or lightly cured. Why it is beneficial. Goat milk has a lighter protein structure and medium-chain fatty acids that are easily digested. Furthermore, it contains a good amount of vitamin A, calcium, and zinc, all important for vision, immunity, and bones. Average composition per 100 grams, fresh version. Calories, approximately 250 kilocalories. Proteins, approximately 18-20 grams. Fats, approximately 20 grams with a better lipid profile than bovine cheeses. Sodium, approximately 250 to 300 milligrams. Proven benefits, lower risk of causing gastrointestinal inflammation. A good alternative for people with sensitivity to cow's milk, rich in high absorption calcium and natural antioxidants. These 3 cheeses, ricotta, cottage cheese, and goat cheese, are real alternatives available in the market and with highly favorable nutritional profiles for people over 60. They protect bones, the heart, joints, and even cognitive functions when consumed within a balanced dietary pattern. Practical tips for safe consumption. Prefer unsalted or low-sodium versions. Buy from reliable suppliers who avoid unnecessary preservatives or additives. Avoid overly cured cheeses or those with visible mold, except for specific types like blue cheese, which require monitoring. These allied cheeses are delicious, natural, and can be incorporated into your daily life with small adjustments, and the results become almost silent miracles. But there is an essential detail about the preparation and storage method that changes everything, and 99% of people simply ignore it. Do you want to know what this secret is that makes the difference between a cheese that is just good and one that is truly transformative? Let's find out now. Here we reveal the simple method of preservation and consumption. Ideal temperature, combination with citrus fruits, maximum storage time, and pairing with anti-inflammatory teas. For example, ricotta. Do not store it for days. Use it within 48 hours after opening. Cottage cheese. Mix in a spoonful of chia seeds to enhance the probiotics. Goat cheese. Consume it with slices of kiwi or Sicilian lemon to increase calcium absorption and reduce acidity. These practices prevent the cheese from becoming an enemy and, in fact, transform it into an ally. Now you know which cheeses are silently sabotaging your health, increasing the risk of high blood pressure, memory loss, and bone fragility. Which cheeses you should prioritize every day. Real, accessible options with proven benefits for those over 60, and how to properly store, combine, and consume these allies to extract the best from each one. All of this is based on scientific evidence without miraculous promises, just simple, intelligent, and sustainable choices. Small changes lead to big results. Swapping the wrong cheese for the right one can mean less pain, more energy, more mental clarity, and more quality of life for many years. So now it is up to you. Which of these cheeses will remain on your shopping list, and which ones will leave your refrigerator today? Comment below. I read everything carefully and can bring more specific tips for the cheeses you consume the most. And if you want to see practical recipes, weekly menus, and even smart substitutions for light snacks and dinners, subscribe now to the channel and activate the notification bell. It costs nothing, but it can prevent many problems in the future. And of course, leave your like if this content was useful to you. This greatly helps the channel reach more people of our generation who want to live better with health and awareness. See you in the next video. Until then, take care of your diet with wisdom. You deserve it.